I'm Yoni Sibouni. First time I saw Gila was in a salsa club. She was the teacher. It was a big wedding, a very happy wedding. Then we go to a honeymoon. After a couple months, she gets pregnant. She was 6 months pregnant. One day I go out with my friend and suddenly my wife is calling me and she said she's feeling very bad. I get here and she was screaming, my head is very pained. Call the ambulance. Then they take her to Adasa hospital.
I received a call around 2 a.m. that Gila was on the way to the hospital. She's a young woman. It was known that she was pregnant and that she was in a very poor neurological state. She was in a coma. She had one pupil that was dilated, and that's a very bad sign because that usually means that there's pressure not just on the brain, but on the brainstem. And it's a situation in which a patient can be about to die, basically. She was taken immediately to the CT scan. What we saw is a large hematoma, a large bleed in the brain. It was about 8 by 5 by 4 centimeters. That's about the size of a fist of a small child. She was taken directly to the operating theater for evacuation of the hematoma. What we do in these type of situations, we do a very large craniectomy. We take off a large piece of the skull, and that allows us not only to remove the hematoma, but it allows the swollen brain to swell outward, and that relieves the pressure on the brain stem. This type of operation, we've only been doing in neurosurgery for the past decade or so. Before that, patients with a bleed this size or with a traumatic brain injury were unlikely to survive.
After 7 hours of surgery, it was the morning already. I go inside. I didn't recognize her. All the machines around her. The doctor told me that there are a big chance that we're gonna lose the baby.
It was a difficult time because she wasn't able to keep the pregnancy, and that made things very difficult for everybody.
They were sitting like 30 doctors together, and everybody decided that we need to stop this pregnant. It was the toughest decision in my life.
The swelling slowly went down, and after a few weeks, she slowly started returning to consciousness. And at that point, we knew that we had reason to be much more optimistic. And still, the recovery process, as always, is very slow.
Doctors in Karem saved Gila's life, but she couldn't talk, she couldn't move herself, she couldn't even understand commands and questions. We worked together, multidisciplinary team of doctors, nurses, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, psychologists, dietitians, speech therapists.
I was with Gila almost 24 hours a day. I didn't work like almost a year.
During rehabilitation, she started to learn to move her body. She started to talk. Day by day, week by week, she made a huge progress together with her husband. He stayed near Gila around the clock. They did it together.
I not even dream that I can sit like that next to my wife, my beautiful wife. We have a strong relationship. We are having fun, almost the same like before. We joke together and it's like, for me, it's a dream.
המסר הכי גדול שלי זה לדעת עד כמה שאפשר לצחוק על הדברים, לחייך, כי הבכי לא מוביל למקומות טובים. את רוב הדרך אני מנתבת לכיוון של צחוק וחיוך. בהתחלה החלום שלי היה לשבת עם כוס שתייה ולדבר. אחר כך החלום הופך להיות ללכת. כל פעם לכבוש עוד חלום.
My dream is to make a children and live a normal life.
להיות אימא. אני רוצה להיות אימא.
I wish to Gila to become a mother for at least 2 or 3 children, and she's able to do it. She will be a great mother.
קשה להגיד על בית חולים, אני אוהבת את הבית חולים עד כמה שאפשר, אז אני באמת אוהבת את הבית חולים הזה. הרגשתי את האכפתיות. היה אכפת אישית ממני, והרגשתי את זה.
One of the great things about working at Adasa is that you have such a support system and such a multidisciplinary level of expertise. And it's that team approach which really allows her to recover from her injury.
I wanted to say to the women of Adasa, because of you, I get my wife back. And because of you, she's smiling.
איזה נשים מדהימות. כל כך כיף לדעת שיש אנשים טובים בדרך הקשה הזאת שעוברים. 300,000 נשים שאם היה אפשר לחבק אחת מהן. המילה תודה נראית לי כל כך קטנה אפילו עכשיו לעומת דבר כל כך גדול שהם עושים.
She's again with me.